You can go first. You know what that means, right? You're about to do something daring, a little bit out there, maybe even dangerous, and your friend is willing to let you go ahead. For me, it was standing at the top of a big rock with my sisters and jumping into the lake. Now, here's what I knew about my sister. She probably wasn't jumping in, and she would much rather laugh at me getting hurt than jump in herself. Going first is a risk, right? You know what it means. There's two options. You go first so I can see how to not fail, or you go first because I have no intention of following you. I'm probably just going to laugh at you. So when you went first, you were in a vulnerable place. But there was a third option. You absolutely nailed it. You made it look easy, and then often the other person would be more than willing to jump in with you. The last 3 weeks, Pastor Karina has been talking about humility. Humility isn't the most popular subject because it often takes the you go first attitude. It takes vulnerability, and it takes setting aside your pride and jumping in. But if I jump in, will they follow me? Or will they reject me? Will they laugh and not reciprocate with humility themselves? At Faith First, we talk a lot about crossing the divide. Often those divides need to be bridged with humility. Now, before you opt out at the mere thought of going first, hear me out. Okay, I'm going to pull out the Jesus card, so you ready? Remember that story that Jesus told his followers? He said, if you find yourself at the temple and you're getting ready to perform your religious sacrifice to make your relationship right with God, and you remember that you and your brother or sister have a broken relationship, stop what you're doing and immediately go and make it right. Then come back and finish your religious sacrifice. Jesus is saying having our earthly relationships healed and made right takes priority over our religious duties. God is patient. He'll wait for you to get it right with your brother or sister first. It's like he's saying, if you don't have your stuff figured out at home, how can you figure it out with me? Go get that right first. Leading in with humility to heal relationships takes vulnerability. You can't control the other person's response. Let's say they don't reciprocate your efforts to heal the relationship. Well, then you're 100% sure it's on them. You've done right by the situation. And in my experience, the vast majority of the time, the humility is reciprocated. Most of the time, the relationship is restored. Do you have a fractured relationship with a friend? Is there a family member that you're divided from? I want to encourage you to go first. Step out. Get a little vulnerable and do your part to heal that divide. Maybe it's a neighbor. Maybe it's a coworker. Maybe it's a parent or a child. Make an effort to go first. In order to do that, you'll have to live faith first.